Hey, welcome back to another episode of Step Into My Office. This is episode number 2. It is also part 2 on pizza, St. Louis style pizza. We're going to go around today. I'm going to do about 5 St. Louis style pizzas, places I've visited during the pandemic or pre-pandemic. Going to give you a little review on what we got going on here. Hopefully you enjoy this one today. First one on our list is Imo's. On the last podcast I put out there was a comment on the worst pizzas in St. Louis, and one of the ones listed was Imo's. So it triggered me to go back and take a look at it. Imo's, when I was growing up, was actually the pizza in St. Louis, one of the first few non-Italian restaurants to use Provel cheese for their pizzas. So they became pretty popular, pretty famous, listed as the square beyond compare. Unfortunately, nowadays, they are not the square beyond compare. They are far from it. Through the years, watered down on the recipe and their ingredients. It's just not the pizza it used to be. So there's my review on that one. I did at least want to give it a fair shot. Stefanina's is the second one I went to. This one is very, very good. During the pandemic, I had a little trouble getting some regular food and was in very much need of something to eat. I was starving. Reached out to Stefanina's because they were on my way home, and very nice people, raring and ready to go. They make up to a 20-inch pizza, folks. So if you need a extra large, they're your place. Not a bad price for it at all. So got that. Had a sausage pizza. For some reason, sausage is my go-to anymore, just by itself, because it kind of tells me the flavor of what the pizza is going to be like, good, bad, or indifferent. On this one, the sausage is a little toward the sweeter side. My wife says that the sauce is a little sweeter too. I didn't notice that, but I did know the sausage is sweet. But it makes a really, really, really good flavor. This one I highly recommend if you're out and about and you see a Stefanina's. Give them a try. If you go on a Monday, they have a special. Their 16-inch pizza is the same as a 12-inch pizza, which is roughly a little over $10 for a 16-inch pizza, which isn't bad, especially the quality they give and the service they give. Really outstanding people. Very nice to me. Curbside delivery, but was out there with a smile. Delivered when they told me they were going to deliver. Perfect place. The next one is going to be Tony's on Main. This one, very good for their pizza. I can't say enough about Tony's on Main. Very nice place. I had their pizza mainly on the buffet, so I haven't had one just on its own. But straight off the buffet, which is a buffet, actually was very, very good. But then again, most of the food on that buffet is very good. Tony's on Main has a very nice atmosphere to it. Very, very, very nice place. If you are down that way, I would recommend they have indoor eating now. Go in, sit down, have food. There's nothing bad in there that you can have. All their food is good. Do recommend, though, their pizza. Give it a shot. Also, another one that's a favorite, an appetizer, is a white chicken nachos. My family really loves it. So, yeah, definitely, if you're down on Main Street, give them a shot. The next one we're going to is called Telena's Wagon Wheel Pizza. Telena's I went to quite a while back only because they said they had a Chicago-style pizza. The Chicago-style pizza, for me, I'd been up to Chicago a few times, so I was really, really hungry for something like that, especially in this area. I know, I love St. Louis style, but a Chicago every once in a while is not bad. Their Chicago is not a Chicago. It is a deep dish, not bad as a deep dish, but not a Chicago. Thin crust, however, outstanding job, really, really good job on their pizza. Very thin crust all the way to the middle, and I can't tell you how hard that is without making it too brittle, but it was just the perfect amount of crisp in there. Went really well. Again, sausage pizza, loved it. Had a really, really, really nice taste to it. Can't lose going there. You really can't. The last one I'm going to bring up to you today is Frankie Toco's Pizzeria. First time I went to Frankie Toco's, I was with some friends, and I was more about the visiting than paying attention to the food. but I know I enjoyed the pizza. During this time, I have ordered at least 3 times in about the last month and a half. And I'll tell you what, it has become my new favorite pizza, guys. New favorite. Perfect flavoring and crust. Inside is, if you get a chance to dine in, is the typical, what reminds me of the 70s and 80s Italian restaurants. Has pictures of family, has pictures of like Italian stuff, Italy, stuff like that, but a really homey feel to it. People there are very nice, very good. Food is outstanding. Like I said, their pizza, the mixture of the crust, sauce, and the sausage they put on there, I cannot say enough about it. That is outstanding. Ultimate flavor. If I'm saying now I'm hungry for a pizza and I just want a pizza and the best pizza around, that's where I'm going, guys. Telena's is the best place, or not Telena's, I'm sorry. Frankie Choco's, wow, what a slip. Frankie Choco's is the best place to go in St. Charles for St. Louis style pizza. It's on Main Street, great atmosphere. Highly recommend if you're walking around down there, stop in, give them a try. This wraps up about all 5 of my pizzas. Didn't think I would go this fast through, but this is part 2 of the pizzas. As you can tell from the last time, my favorite was Brick Oven. Since that time, since having Tony's on Frankie Choco's, I am really, 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 really enjoying it very much. I hope you enjoyed this podcast for the second round of pizzas. Still look for any kind of recommendations, any try. Stefanina's was a recommendation, by the way, from the last podcast, and Emo's was there. So I made sure they made top of the list. If there's any other subjects you think you'd like to hear from me, please leave comments at the bottom. Let me know what you think. I'm going to be handing out a few more podcasts just so you're aware. We're looking at possibly doing some bourbon podcast, some crafted beer podcast. I will be doing a abbreviated wrestling podcast. I know most of you are used to me doing 4x4, but I will be right now we're taking a break from that. Hopefully be back soon up in the next month. But I still like to talk about wrestling, so I'm going to hit a little bit of that into there. So hopefully you guys will really like this. Continue to listen. If you'd like, please subscribe. Please make sure, if you really enjoy this podcast, to like it. And I thank you again for your time and for listening. This has been another episode of Step Into My Office.